Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at some more Banpresto 3 3/4 inch action figures. These are from the Toei Tokusatsu Hero action figure collection. I got these on Mandarake. Some are sold as sets, some are just sold as random loose figures. I decided to get these loose because I'm not really interested in the full set. You can see here on the side it shows you what else is in the collection, and if we take a look at the back it shows you all 5 that are in here. So from this first set, all I got here is Robot Detective K and Kikaider 01. 01. Oh, copyright infringement. No, anyway. Apparently, like, I really want the regular Kikaider, but I can't find him anywhere. But I'm guessing, I'm not super familiar with this show, but I'm guessing maybe he was like a prototype or like came before kind of a situation. But I've seen the Kikaider anime. That's basically all I know about Kikaider. And I know they tried to bring it back a couple years ago because he showed up in one of the Sentai shows, like as a backdoor pilot kind of a thing. I don't know. But I like his design and I would really like to get this figure. But for now, I'll have to make do with 01 and Robot Detective K. And then over here from the Toei Tokusatsu Hero Collection 2, we have Hakaider. And then we also have Gavan. So if we take a look at the back, I'm not really familiar with this robot guy. He's kind of neat. This looks like Berumu 1. Not really familiar with him, and I certainly don't know what this large chicklet with robot arms and legs is. So apparently his name is Robocon. Again, just don't know what those are, so I decided to pass on those and only grab the ones that I was really interested in. So I'm really excited about these. I think they're going to be fun. The ones I reviewed previously, the Go Ranger ones, were really nice. So I'm going to go ahead, get all these out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. Here are the 4 out of the packaging, and I have to say, for the most part, they look pretty good, considering that they weren't terribly expensive. So first we'll take a look at Robot Detective K, and I would say right off the bat, I like him. I definitely like his design. I think he looks really cool. The only thing I'll say that's a bit of a bummer, and you can probably see it if I zoom in here, he's got this mark on his crotch, because basically what happened was, just by moving the legs, when the leg came back down, it took a bunch of paint off with it. You can see it's already doing it again. So that's a bummer. Like, this one's not as bad, because there's space in between there when you have him kick all the way forward, but this one's a little bit too tight. So when you bring it all the way up like that, and then you bring it all the way back down, it took a bunch of paint off. So what I did was I just touched it up with a Sharpie. Now I know that the black of a Sharpie is not the same color as this navy blue, but it's kind of close. And honestly, just to touch it up a little bit and then have it sit on a shelf, you're probably not going to notice it. Like from a distance, like already I feel like from over here, you can't really tell. But underneath is white. So having a big white spot there, you could definitely tell. So when I'm done, I'll touch it up again with the Sharpie. I just felt like it's not a great fix. Obviously, if you have some kind of navy blue paint, you could touch it up. That'd be the best. I don't. And the whole figure was like $3 or $4, so I'm not super worried about it. But for the most part, I really do like the design. I think the head sculpt is really cool. Like I said, I don't know much about this character, but it definitely looks great, and all the like red inlay paint looks really sharp and cool. So I like the design. I really like the character. Well, like I said, I like the design of the character. I don't know much about the show. But I like it. His arms are a little, the movement's a little impeded by the shoulder pads there. He's got kind of like a Green Ranger shield thing going on there. So it's a little bit of movement there, and then I showed you already the movement in the legs, and the head can move from side to side as well. I don't know why this thing has these fuzzballs on it. I swear I did not do that. So they were in the packaging with it or something. But just overall, I think he looks cool. He does come with 2 accessories. He's got a little hat, which, I mean, I think it's a hat. Like, you would put it on his head, but it doesn't stay on very well. Otherwise, I would have had him wearing it. I think that's paint that came off of his crotch. In any case, he comes with a hat. I can't really make it stay on, so I don't bother. I think he looks cooler without it. Anyway, I don't know why he has a hat. It's a little weird. And then he comes with this little statue that I'm not terribly familiar with either. So, if you've seen the show, I'm sure it has some kind of significance, but I don't know what it is. Next up, we're going to take a look at Kikaider 01. I kind of like how he has a 01 for a belt buckle. It's kind of cool. Also, just kind of looks like a fish, you know, like a goldfish cracker. But he looks good. I will say that he's also got a problem. You can see around his neck, when I try to move his head from side to side, that orange paint from the neck kind of fused to the bottom of the head. So I'm not moving that around too much. These are older figures in their defense. They're probably about 15 years old at this point. I think they're from the early 2000s. So it would make sense that some of the paint would be chipping. But overall, I think he looks pretty good. I mean, he's painted along the back, which is more than you can ask for these days. You have arm movement. You do have a little bit of head side to side, and then he can kick forward and back. So same 5 points of articulation they all have. But really nice paint. I think he looks really good. The silver in particular, very sharp. And again, I love the head sculpt. I almost feel like these are the same head, just painted differently. They're pretty similar. They're twins separated at birth. But anyway, I want to get my hands on an original Kikaider or normal Kikaider, whatever you call him. But this guy's definitely cool in the meantime. Very neat. And then he comes with this little character who I believe is probably the guy who turns into 01. Because I've seen the picture of Kikaider, and I know the little guy that comes with him is the human that turns into the robot. So I'm guessing it holds true for this guy as well. Plus, he's got the belt buckle, so that also leads me to believe that. And he's also got it on his helmet there, that goldfish cracker symbol. So very cool. I think the figure looks very nice, and I like the little character. The little characters are fun when you know what they are. I still don't know what that one is, but it's there. All right, next up we have Hakaider. And I think Hakaider, I don't know if he was always his own thing or if he's somehow related to Kikaider. One, their names sound similar, and like I said, I've seen the Kikaider anime, and I'm pretty sure he's in it, or some version of him. Either way, he's cool. You can see his brain. He's got a clear dome on top. That's kind of cool. Again, nice paint detailing. Now, this is him and Gavan are Wave 2, and I feel like maybe they got their system in place by Wave 2 because you don't have nearly as much problems with the paint chipping or even feeling thick in any way. So he already feels like a definite improvement over the others. He has less paint applications, I'm assuming, just because he doesn't require them. But they did a great job. The head can move side to side without problem. He comes with this cool gun. Little futuristic ray blaster type thing looking there. He holds it fairly decently. Not amazingly, but fairly decently. And again, he's got all the same articulation, all 5 points. Neck, arms, and hips. But very cool. Very cool little figure here. I like him quite a bit. Now if I can get him to stand. Sometimes the gun makes him a little too top heavy. We'll just bring it down a little bit. There we go. Alright, and next up, we'll take a look at Gavan. He's very sparkly. They did a nice job with him. They even have chrome on the back, which I'm really impressed by. And he comes with his sword, which I was really hoping he would. I'm very happy he comes with a sword. I feel like the first wave came with the little characters, and then the second wave comes with actual accessories. So again, an improvement in my opinion. Although the little characters are cute, but I mean, having Gavan without the sword would be a bummer. The only problem is the head is very loose. So I don't know what that's about. I mean, really, I don't think it's going to break off or anything, but it's very loose. The arms are pretty good. The legs are very stiff, which is nice. You know, the sword is a little loose in his hand, but for the most part, the figure's pretty stable. And like I said, they did a nice job with the chrome. He's even got some, like you know, signify lights or all these colored metallic paints. Very nice. His eyes light up. Well, they don't light up, but they're made to look like they light up. So very cool. I think they did a great job with these. So if you're looking for some 3.75 representation of these characters, I think these are fun. I really do. They're probably not as well known, you know, tokusatsu heroes or villains. But they're fun. I think it's neat. The other thing is they don't like 100% scale. I'm trying to think. I don't have. Yeah, I would say they're Shoto's probably slightly taller, and then Soto and even Yudo would be taller. So here I have a Yudo handy. So I'll show you this off for a comparison. You can see that he's definitely taller. So Shoto is probably going to be in between the two. Actually, I think even Soto is shorter than Yudo. One day I gotta just do like a, you know, like a cell tower reception bar, show off these size comparisons. But they're definitely a little smaller than even Shoto. They're probably about the same size as those Go Ranger ones that I did, but I still think they're fun, especially when you're not really getting other representations of these characters, so it's definitely just something fun to have. I have a couple Rider ones that I'm going to take a look at soon as well, and I think those will be a little bit weirder because they have Shoto and Soto counterparts, so to have them all kind of stand next to each other will be a little weird. But especially for characters where, like, you know, I don't have a Shoto Gavan, I'd buy one. I would honestly love, this is really random, but whatever the name of, I think it's Bee Fighter, the tokusatsu they used for Beetleborgs, I would love Shoto or Soto, you know, molds or, you know, figures of those suits from what they used for Beetleborgs. That would be great. Anyway, I'm off topic. These are fun. You can find them on Mandarake for usually like less than $5 a piece. So if that's where you're looking for, if you're looking for these, that's where I would check. Otherwise, maybe like Yahoo Japan auctions probably be your best bet. Maybe Amazon Japan, but I feel like that's more of a stretch. I think you could definitely get them for a reasonable price over on Mandarake. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.